A Green Beret and Boerne native just received the nation's highest military honor from President Donald Trump. Master Sergeant Matthew Williams accepted the Medal of Honor in a ceremony this afternoon. Williams showed selfless heroism during a special operation in Afghanistan in 2008.
That's something to have the Congressional Medal of Honor and be serving in active duty. It's very rare. Matt, we salute your unyielding service, your unbreakable resolve, and your untiring devotion to our great nation and the nation that we all love.
Williams helped save 4 critically wounded comrades. He and his team choppered into a remote valley as part of a mission to take down a terrorist leader. Williams braved intense enemy fire across a valley of ice-covered boulders and a freezing, waist-deep river to save his fellow soldiers.
So what was going to happen to them if somebody didn't get to them?
Nothing good. They definitely probably would have been killed if nobody was able to get to them.
Williams is the second member of his detachment to receive the honor for this operation.